Ready?
Yep.
I got a question.
Okay.
Aaron Murray's last game between the hedges, he came back for his senior year. What has he meant to this program, and what is that game like for him emotionally?
You know, I don't know what it's like for him. I know it's like for me. I'm going to miss him. He's been a great, obviously a great player. Just from a technical point of view, he has gotten better every year. He's been very open to wanting to know what weaknesses he has. He works extremely hard at his craft, and he's become a great player in my opinion. But the thing I'll miss about him the most is just, you know, how much he loves football, how much he loves his team. I don't know if he's ever said anything about himself since he's been here. He deflects all credit to his teammates. And even when it comes to records, he's sincerely more concerned about winning than he is about records. You know, records came because of the excellence and the longevity, but you know, in his talent base, obviously. But I'll miss him because he's a fine person. The other thing is, like even after our game, just out here on Sunday, I'm up in my office and I hear all this noise and commotion and like, what's going on down there? And it would sound like there's a football practice going on just right underneath where I was sitting, and because there's a little bit of an overhang there. Then finally they got on one of these apparatuses, and it's Murray with this group called Extra Special People, and he's giving them a personal workout, you know, or something just to bless them. It's something he probably agreed to do months ago, and then all of a sudden that morning you wake up and you're like, okay, here I go, you know. But he did it with great enthusiasm, and he cares about people. He's a pretty neat guy.
And you brought up those stats and all those records he's broken, you know, David Green's touchdown pass record. Do you think he's the best quarterback in Georgia history?
Well, obviously he's statistically the best in a lot of areas. He's one of the best, without a doubt.
When I asked Murray what his fondest moment was here in Sanford Stadium, he mentioned the LSU game and the USC game this year. But do you have any fond memories of Aaron, one particular moment, one particular game?
Gosh, I don't know. I mean LSU would probably be my number one. Just how that game was played from start to finish, and especially the finish.
What do you remember most about this senior class?
Well, I think these seniors have been 100% bought in to trying to do it the Georgia way. They've been a real joy to coach. This team in general really has been a pretty good year as far as just being around a bunch of guys that were trying to do it the way we asked them to do it. And a lot of it has to do with your seniors and how they lead. And they've done a good job.
Coming off a hard loss and going into the last season or the last game of our last home game, what is the overall team morale right now?
You know, I don't know for sure, but if I go strictly by what happened on the field at practice, you know, everybody went back to work. Everybody was doing the usual stuff, you know. So I didn't sit there and go, man, these guys are down. I don't think you'd have walked out that practice and said, you know, these guys are in the tank at all. I'm sure it's a tough one to get over, but we tried to say, okay, these meetings we've got to have. We've got to watch the film. We've got to review. We've got to critique. We've got to learn from it. We've got to praise all the great things that happen, you know. And then we got to move on. You know, when we hit the field, it's Kentucky. So that's what we're doing.
You talk about the senior class buying in. This is just a question I don't really know the answer to, so I want your take as the head coach. If you have younger players that haven't bought in, they don't trust the staff, they don't fulfill their assignments because they're freelancing or they're not, they're taking matters into their own hands, not staying in that gap or whatever. What does a coach, I mean, of course, that reflects poorly on the coaching. People say, well, why can't you make the kids do what they're supposed to do?
Well, I don't think that's happening. I don't know where that's coming from, but football is a learning process. You know, college football is a learning process. Playing in this league is a learning process. So, you know, I don't think guys are purposely trying to, you know, disrespect the coaching staff in any way. They're trying to do what they're being asked to do, but they're processing a lot of information and processing it very quickly and just learning as you go. I mean, any skill that's learned, there's always mistakes along the way. And so just because you're making mistakes as you're learning how to do whatever. You know, my son David was learning how to do a headstand when he was a kid, and he probably failed 157 times before he got it. He wasn't trying to disrespect his dad, as I was trying to teach him how to do it, but when he finally got it, he got it, you know, and then he could do it 157 times in a row without falling down. So it's just a matter of learning and experience.
You know,
Hey, you know, like you said, Aaron doesn't ask for much. He puts out 100% for the team in that. And he made a comment that he thought it'd be nice if it was a blackout this week.
Right.
I wonder if that's a possibility.
Well, if we had black jerseys, black pants and all that, it'd be possible, but we don't have those in stock right now. So we as a team can. Now, if fans want to do it, and they all get together, that'd be a lot of fun for the players, I'm sure, but if they're expecting us to roll out there in black, we don't have it.
Time for one more?
Aaron Murray was criticized a lot early on in that retro freshman year as being injury prone because he got hurt in high school, he got hurt then. But since then, I mean, it's been an Iron Man.
It's been amazing. I don't think he's missed a start, has he, along the way?
He's over 50.
It's going to be 52, Kentucky.
52 in a row.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. And he's taking some shots, too. He's taking some good licks. He's got a few stitches and a few scars along the way, but he's been very durable. That's been great for us.
But he was hit a lot in that Auburn game. Did you actually pull pin wagers at the side at any point and say, my guy's getting hit late after the play? Or keep it
No.
up?
I mean, I think as a QB's coach and as a former play caller, and you hear the play, you know what the play is. Half the time I'm reading coverage and figuring out where the ball should go, and I'm not really watching him and the protection and all that as much as I'm watching what's going downfield and where the ball should be delivered and all that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.